A perfect storm is hitting Social Security right now and causing a lot of chaos for beneficiaries and applicants. Seniors are alarmed at longer wait times on the phone and in person at Social Security offices, fearing that the Trump administration is pushing more staffing cuts and potential slashes to benefits. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the long wait times at Social Security. In this video, we're going to discuss what's the reason behind it and what can be done to get Social Security services back on track. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you a secret of how to get through to Social Security quickly, so stay tuned. As of April of 2025, calls to Social Security offices spiked 65% year over year, and many are waiting more than 2 hours on the phone just to speak to someone. One beneficiary waiting in line at a Social Security office said, "I can wait here for 3 or 4 hours, but what if you can't?" My neighbor, for example, she can't do it. But Social Security is her only income. Waits of 4 hours at offices are not uncommon. Sometimes seniors and disabled callers are met with a busy signal, meaning the entire system is overloaded. It's causing people to miss their benefit payments, sometime with dire consequences. Social Security workers and those currently waiting on benefit approvals expect the delays and problems to get worse as the system becomes overwhelmed unless something changes. Losing Social Security would put millions of Americans in poverty. Social Security benefits are not luxuries, they are not handouts. These benefits are earned over a lifetime, and many are starting to suspect that Trump and Doge are intentionally working behind the scenes to collapse Social Security because it represents a whopping 22% of the federal budget. Getting rid of this huge expense could allow Trump to pass a massive tax cut that would benefit the super wealthy. U.S. Representative Joaquin Castro of Texas said, "There is, I believe, an attempt at a radical transformation of American society." But the acting commissioner of Social Security has claimed that he will protect Americans' hard earned Social Security benefits so that all eligible individuals can access them. House Speaker Mike Johnson claims these are all lies and misinformation campaigns. Still, access to benefits remains a problem, and many are voicing concern for the following reasons. First, longer wait times on the phone and at offices that require appointments. Even with appointments, applicants can still wait hours to be seen if the office is busy or crowded. Appointment wait times are averaging 1 month. Two, a lack of experienced Social Security staff to adequately process claims. DOGE is planning to slash more Social Security staff and close more offices. Three, difficulty in obtaining benefits that leave some unable to get the help which they are entitled. And four, a tax on the structure and solvency of Social Security that could convince lawmakers to make changes to benefits or allow for more private investment, which critics say could leave some on the losing end of the stock market and in poverty. Reductions of staff at Social Security offices have created chaos. Reduced staff and fewer offices lead to longer wait times and uncertainty for people who depend on Social Security. There is no question the system is struggling to keep up with demand for appointments and claim approvals. More people nationally are flooding Social Security phone lines and offices. The number of calls are up, the hold times are up. As of April, 1 in 4 calls is getting a busy signal. More than 483,000 people called into Social Security every day in March 2025. As a result, the callback time jumped to 2.5 hours for the people who could get connected. More alarming was the jump in callers who simply received a busy signal. From November 2023 to November 2024, there was never a busy signal. Now in March, 28% of all callers got a busy signal. Calls to AARP about problems with Social Security are also up. AARP tracks why someone calls into their helpline, and more Social Security customer service problems is the reason. AARP is getting double the number of complaints about problems reaching Social Security. Those requesting an in person meeting are averaging over 1 month. Trump administration officials have said they aim to reduce fraud in the system, although many of their claims of fraud have been debunked. Musk, for example, has mentioned people 150 years old on the benefit rolls, only to have experts say he and Doge are misunderstanding Social Security's coding system. How embarrassing. SSA's administrative budget is already less than 1% of total benefits paid out each year. That's a level of efficiency much better than in the private sector. And the agency's own inspector general found that 99% of Social Security payments were accurate. Social Security Administration officials said they are working to eliminate fraud while improving their phone and online systems. But the long lines and wait times are unlikely to improve unless the agency improves both the number of its local staff and employee morale. Since 2009, SSA's staffing has declined, but it has 8 million more claims. One of the problems is SSA just had employees told to quit and employees given a bonus to leave. Many of the 7,000 SSA employees that left had the most experience and knowledge. Those cuts won't be easy to replace. Given that it can take 2 or 3 years for someone to be properly trained and skilled at addressing claims, the loss of that talent will immediately impact local offices at a moment when baby boomers are still retiring in droves and people are living longer, meaning more people needing more services. When a person signed up for Medicare in 2023, it took 10 minutes. Now it can take hours, even weeks and months to get an appointment. The bigger concern is that what recipients receive each month could be slashed or complicated by efforts to rein in spending. More than 71 million Americans receive benefits from Social Security, including more than 51 million retired workers. These are hardworking people who have worked their entire lives and are counting on these benefits for their day to day living expenses. The Social Security Act was signed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt some 90 years ago. The system was intended to provide the elderly and disabled some stability. To keep that promise for those eligible, the department has to process claims and direct benefits responsibly. That requires competent staff, many of whom are reaching a breaking point and are demoralized after the way Doge has treated them. They are not leaving when they feel it is time to leave. They are leaving because they are in an environment where they are being told to leave. It feels as if it was a system that was internally set to break, and it has been breaking for 20 years. Both political parties bear some responsibility. One party will cut your throat, and the other will say, "I'm sorry you are bleeding," and then not hand you a band aid. Former Social Security employees say there's going to be some interruption of benefits for some period of time, and it will probably happen in the very near future. They say ultimately you're going to see the system collapse and an interruption of benefits within the next 30 to 90 days. The SSA has already cut 7,000 employees, about 12% of its workforce. The reductions have caused delays in claim approvals and repeated service outages. You can't just slash 12% of staff, close offices, and expect everything to run smoothly. Social Security already operates with minimal administrative costs, so there isn't much fat to trim without hitting muscle. It seems the objective of Doge and some politicians is to privatize Social Security, the most successful government program in history, and give it over to Wall Street. What do you think? Are Trump and Musk deliberately trying to collapse Social Security? We want to know what you think in the comments below. Now, what's the secret of how to get through to Social Security quickly? The best way to apply for benefits or make changes is to use the online website at ssa.gov. If you don't already have a My Social Security account, The best thing you can do is to create an account and get your identity verified. If you're not computer savvy or don't have internet, consider asking a trusted friend or relative. Another option would be to go to your local library. They might be able to help you navigate the website. If you don't have an online account, then you will be forced to use the phone system or make an appointment at a field office. Both of those options currently have long wait times. If you're really stuck and have nowhere to turn to, consider contacting your member of Congress and asking for help. The staff at your congressman's office can contact Social Security and get things moving. I would also urge all of you to complain to your members of Congress about the service levels at Social Security. Only Congress can fix Social Security, and they need to know how important it is for all of us. Right now, Congress isn't doing anything. We need to call on them to do their job. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because we're going to bring you the latest and most accurate Social Security updates. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.